All right. We're live. Everyone.
We are live.
We are live. Yep. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello. Welcome. Let's hope we get some viewers.
Yeah, so while we wait, I guess we could introduce ourselves and still could watch it back later if they wanted to.
Indeed.
So my name is Pearl, and I'm from Florida in the States. And I teach at the Milano Montenegro School.
I'm Peter. I'm from Manchester, and I teach at the Fabio Filzi School in Milan, near Centrale.
Wonderful. If you're watching, please put in the chat. It makes the webinars a lot better if we interact with the students, so please don't be shy.
Please write in the comments. It's essential for us.
Yes, sure. All right, great. So let's get started. So Big Brother, in this focus activity, spying on people, surveillance, and using captives. Good fun.
Lots of language today.
Yes. Do you know where the Big Brother name came from?
George Orwell, 1984.
Did you like that book?
It's a difficult question. I think it's a very good book, but I don't like the premise of the storyline at all.
Yeah.
It's an interesting book.
I agree. I didn't enjoy the book too much.
It's well written.
It is very well
written. It's a little foreboding.
It is. I did not enjoy the ending in particular, but it had a good message, I guess.
Yeah, no hope.
Oh, yes.
Anything.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So Big Brother is watching. Discuss with a partner. What is surveillance? What types are there? How much do you value your privacy? And do you ever worry about that your communications are being monitored?
Hmm. So write in the comments if you know what surveillance is and what types there are.
There are lots of types.
Yeah. A lot of different types of surveillance.
Yes.
What do you call the one in the picture?
Are you asking?
Yeah, because I don't know the name of that one.
I think, well, it's a drone.
Oh, is it drone surveillance?
Yeah, drone surveillance. Well, that would be like camera surveillance because I think they just attach a camera to the drone. Camera surveillance. There's a lot. If you watch spy movies, you see a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember drones.
I think they're very popular nowadays, but
very expensive.
They are very expensive, and I think in Italy they forbid the use of them in or around like monuments and stuff like that. Like you can't use it, or they fine you a lot of money. I think it'd be nice now to see what's happening in the city.
Perfect time for a drone at the moment.
Yeah. So in the chat, tell us what you think our surveillance is or what types of surveillance are there.
Hello, Dalma.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
From Trieste. We are in Milan at the moment.
Yes.
Types of surveillance. And hello, Antonio. Or
Hi.
Tony.
I remember you, Tony. You like to pull our legs, I remember, from my last
I
one.
have had Tony before as well.
I hope you're well.
Here's hoping. Types of surveillance, guys. What types of surveillance do you know?
Well, we said one.
Yeah.
Camera, there's phone.
Yeah. Phone surveillance is one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can think of another. Satellite.
Yep, satellite.
Satellite surveillance.
Email.
Social media.
Yeah. Yeah. And just good old stalking.
Yeah. The original.
Yes, the original, probably the cheapest. I would imagine. Yes, Thelma. You're also on social media. It's very easy now to survey people through social media.
To track and stalk them.
Yes, if they are public, if they choose. Number 2, do you value your privacy? Your privacy? I think I do.
I value my privacy a lot, but it is difficult now.
Yes. Well, you're discussing. You can discuss with us. We're your partners.
Yeah. You can talk with us, Tony.
Yes. I value my privacy. I try not to. Well, all my social media is private.
Yeah, all of mine is private as well.
I guess I try to be as private as possible, considering today's world.
I think I think it's very difficult now.
It is.
Nice, Thelma.
Do you value your privacy? My privacy is very important to me. It's important to me too.
Important to everyone.
Yes.
To some degree.
Yeah, more important to others.
Yeah.
Your privacy value is $2? Well, I hope it's
very
more.
That's very cheap, Tony. I'm not sure. $2. Privacy is $2. Interesting.
Oh. I hope you're happy with that. I don't know if you are, but okay. Do you ever worry about your communications are being monitored? I don't worry about it, but it doesn't really bother me if it is, to be honest.
No, I'm not. I don't think I am important or interesting enough to be monitored.
I don't think I am. I think if I was being monitored, they'd be very disappointed.
Yeah. They
whatsoever.
just look through my stuff and go, "This is the most boring man in the world."
I do notice that sometimes I'll see ads on social media about things I spoke about, but other than that, I'm not too bothered by it.
Oh, I have nothing to hide.
Exactly. I'm nothing. Oh, they want to look. They can look. Nothing too exciting. Right? Or my emails. A lot of my emails are just coupons.
Yeah, a lot of mine are offers and promotions and things like that.
Yeah.
Nothing sinister.
Nope. Yeah. That's good. All right. Would you mind reading?
Gathering intelligence. What do the following words mean? Espionage, a person who secretly collects information. Monitor, using spies to gain information. Eavesdrop, a device that allows you to listen to someone's conversation. Wiretap, to observe and track progress. To conceal surveillance equipment inside something. Spy, a system that tracks location, and GPS, to secretly listen to a conversation.
And Tony says, I mean that nowadays privacy doesn't exist. The stupidest apps get our personal information when we sign up. It is true. It is very difficult to have complete privacy nowadays. But we try our best.
Okay, Tony has an answer for the first one.
Yep. Sorry. So espionage is using spies to gain information. Yep.
Well done. Number two, monitor. What about monitor?
Just wait down the notes. I feel like monitor is not really espionage word. It could be used for many other things.
Corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage. Good, Dama. To observe and track process. Exactly.
Yeah. Well done, Dalma and Tony. Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop. I used to do this for my little sister when I was a child.
What do we think for eavesdrop, guys?
Wonderful. Eavesdrop means to secretly conversation. Good. It's important to note that we use eavesdrop with the preposition on. We eavesdrop on someone.
Or something, yeah.
Something, yes. Right. Next, wiretap.
Wiretap.
Not exactly. Wiretap means something different.
Wiretap. What do you think it is, Bill?
A device that allows you to listen to someone's conversation.
Yeah.
Yep. A wiretap allows us to eavesdrop on whoever we want. Okay, so we use a wiretap to eavesdrop on people. We can. A bug. Yep, a bug means to conceal surveillance equipment inside something. Yep, we can bug anything, a phone, photo, something. I think a spy is pretty easy. Yep, a spy is a person who secretly collects information. I don't know if James Bond secretly collects information. He's quite obvious, I feel like he's a spy.
Yeah, he does more than that. I think he kills quite a lot of people.
Yeah. GPS means a system that tracks location. Yes, GPS. Most of us have that in our cars and phones and stuff. That's GPS. All right. Let's continue. A covert history. So we have the words from the previous slide, and now we need to fill in the blank with the correct one. Spying and surveillance, sometimes also called blank, are as old as civilization itself. Most often, surveillance occurs as a means to gather and collect blank and to blank the actions of other people. Originally, it was conducted through the use of individual blank who stole information or blank on conversations. As technology developed, surveillance techniques changed to include things like blank people's phones, blank computers, and even tracking their movements with blank technology. Not gonna lie, Tony, I read the words on word reference. Well, Tony, you can also ask Peter and I what they mean if you don't know. That's why we're here.
Exactly.
You can ask us too if you like explaining. The word reference is very useful. I am not going to lie.
It's a good website to use for translating words.
Yes. And you can use it when you don't have teachers available. Right? You have two available for you, Tony. Good. Spying, spying. And surveillance sometimes. Good. Antonio thinks, or Tony thinks it's espionage, and so does Dalma. Great.
Well done, both of you.
2, Dalma says information. Most often surveillance occurred as a means to gather and collect information. Yep, great. And 2, next.
Number 3. What do we think for number 3?
Yes, I think it's pretty easy. We're looking for a verb to monitor. Great job, Dalma. The actions of other people. You prefer waiting for Dalma's answers. I'm sure you know the answers too without Dalma, Tony. I don't think you need her. You can do it.
Interesting technique.
Now, but now Dalma knows your secret, so maybe she will wait for you. Originally, it was conducted through the use of individual in a noun.
Individual short word.
Very short word. What do you think it is, Peter?
Through the use of, I imagine it's spies.
Yes, we had to make it plural. Right. Good guess, Tony. Bug is a noun, but we need a different one. Good. So it was conducted through the use of spies who stole information or plank on conversations. If you remember before, in the previous slide, I said there is a word that needs to use the preposition on, which would be a really big help. Yes, good job, Tony. Eavesdropped on conversations as technology developed. Technology developed, surveillance techniques changed to include things like Tony says wiretapping. It's an activity, so we need wiretapping people's phones. And which is before GPS. GPS, I think, is the last one.
Yeah. Probably the only two other answers left.
Yes, so we have bug. Bug is a verb, and a bug is also a noun with GPS technology. Great. That was a little difficult. A lot of new vocabulary there. Let's continue.
You want me to read this?
Yes, please.
One nation under surveillance. Edward Snowden, a 29-year-old former CIA employee, revealed himself as the source of a series of leaks on the NSA and cyber surveillance. He hopes that by making this information public, the NSA will be forced to change its policies. The US National Security Agency, the NSA, has been empowered by a secret order directing Verizon Communications, a mobile phone provider with 98.9 million customers, to turn over its call records. Under the order, only specific information is being collected by the NSA. Internal NSA documents also claim the top-secret program PRISM gives the US government access to a vast quantity of emails, chat logs, and other data directly from the servers of 9 internet companies. These include Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, AOL, and Apple. These companies have denied knowledge that their servers are being monitored.
That was a fun time in the States when that Edward Snowden thing happened.
When was Edward Snowden?
It was a couple years ago, I believe, and now he's no longer in the States because if he returns, he will be sent to prison, I believe, for betraying his country. But
Ooh.
it depends on your point of view about privacy. Some people believe he was right to do what he did, and other people think he was wrong. So it depends on how you feel about privacy personally. Are you familiar with what he did?
I remember the. I think I remember the story. We had WikiLeaks. The man Julian Assange, who
He's in prison now. They got rid of him.
yeah, he's in trouble now, I think.
Yes. No, Edward Snowden, he just released, he just told the world what the United States was surveying, especially with other countries, other allies, and also what they were monitoring for American citizens. And many people are very upset. And they thought he did the right thing by showing what the United States was like observing, monitoring. And other people think by doing what he did, he put the United States at risk for national security with other countries because now they were angry and damaged our relationship. And also, if you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't care what they see.
Hmm.
Two,
Interesting.
two trains of thought, depends what you think, but also the people that complain the government didn't do enough during 9/11 because they didn't know. And this is how they know. So it just depends. Like they can figure it out if they read your stuff, but if they don't read your stuff, then how could they know? So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Problems on either side.
Yeah. So he's somewhere, don't know, but I'm sure he's fine. Great. So in the text, there are examples of passives, many passive tenses. So Tony or Dalma, in the text, what are the passives? If you don't know what passives are, you can just ask us and we will explain. But if you do, you can tell us what they are. Maybe we should wait for Dalma.
I think we are going to wait for Dalma.
Before Tony tries. You can do it, Tony. Try. If you need help, remember a passive has some form of the verb to be and a past participle, if that helps you.
Ah, Dalma has spotted the first one, I think.
Yes, good. Future passive will be forced. Good job. It's a few more in there.
Hmm.
We have future passive.
Oh,
Wonderful. Good job, Federica.
out of nowhere.
Has been empowered. You have our present perfect passive. Wonderful.
What about the next one, guys?
Just one more in the same paragraph.
Present continuous passive.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Federica.
And
Is
Dalma.
collected. And Dalma, yes. Where's the being? Oh, yeah. Good job, guys. Didn't see it, Dalma. Wonderful. Good job, guys. All right. Okay. Good. So, do you ever feel like you're being watched? Change the following into passive form. Example, they are watching us. We are being watched. So for the 6 sentences below, change them into passive. Keep in mind of the tense that is being used in each sentence so you know which passive tense to use. Number 1, the NSA is monitoring our call. They will bug all of our computers and phones. Someone is following me. I think someone is spying on me. They are tracking his location using GPS technology. In the future, the government will eavesdrop on all our phone calls. I think someone has wiretapped our phone line.
Try and change them into the passive for us.
Okay. Do you ever feel like you're being watched, Peter?
Sometimes it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I need to do something and someone doesn't trust me to do it, then they spy on me.
That's true. I think when we started doing these webinars, I felt like I was being watched by corporate or our bosses to make sure we're doing.
Dalma, out of nowhere. I thought the same thing as well, though.
Yeah. I don't know if now, maybe, not too sure. Okay, Delma says, our calls are being monitored by the NSA. Wonderful. Good job. Our calls are being monitored by the NSA is not necessary, but if you add it, it's still correct. I only think of ever being monitored by the company, but in real normal life, I don't think I'm being monitored or being watched. Well, I hope not. If I am, they're doing a great job.
You haven't seen them. You haven't seen them spying on you.
I mean, I don't know. I think if they were monitoring me, they would be very bored as I do nothing very exciting.
Watching endless webinars.
Yes, watching webinars, Netflix, Disney Plus just launched in Italy, so I've been quite distracted with that. So I guess I have company in watching these shows with me.
I'm going to try the 1 month free trial.
It's great. I love it. All the Marvel films are on there. Why not? Well, I'm doing it for free because my sister has an account and I have access.
Oh, you lucky, lucky girl.
Sharing is caring. All right, guys. Number 2, letting you know they will bug all of our computers and phones. So they will. So we know that's future. So we need to use future passive. Dalma, Federica, do you know how to change it?
Verb to be plus the past participle. Oof, Dalma.
Good job. Good job, Dalma.
Future passive is what we need.
Yeah, good job. Our computers and phones will be bugged. Good job, Dalma. You never realize how much passive you use. Sometimes I just feel like I use them without thinking about it.
Yeah, a lot, because I normally don't know who's doing what action, so I use them a lot. And I use it when I don't want to admit that I've done something.
Good. Great way to use passive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the story a little bit shorter. Just leave out. Get to the main point.
Yeah.
Passives in Italian too. Learning passives in Italian, I think, is more difficult. It was for me. Just remembering all the verb changes.
It's not the easiest language to learn.
It is not. I think advanced Italian is more difficult than advanced English. Close, Tony. Someone is following me. Is following is a continuous tense. So we need something continuous in your sentence.
You've given us a perfect example of the present simple passive. We need a present continuous passive.
Close. Oh, we have moved on.
Number 4 it is.
Number 4, yes. Moved on from number 3. But before we go on to 4, someone is following me. I think someone is spying on me. So I am being followed. I think I'm being spied on.
Yeah.
You're close, Tony. You're close. I'm being followed. So remember, when we use continuous passive, we need to use being. We need to have being somewhere in there. Number 4. So they are tracking his location using GPS technology. So Tony, remember, we have continuous. They are tracking.
Therefore, we need a present continuous passive.
So it's very similar to number 3. So we need continuous passive. You have written present simple passive, which is great. Good job.
And then make it continuous now.
Yes, we can make it continuous. Maybe Dama or Federico. Did you know Google Maps keeps track of all your locations?
I am not surprised.
They sent me an email saying that I can review like the path that I've walked. And I was like, wow, big brother indeed.
Who wants to review the paths they've walked?
Because the option is there.
Sounds like a threat. Like
It said
we're
I was
aware you
I
walk.
forgot that I had a layover in Amsterdam. I was like, you were in Amsterdam. And I was like, I was. I forgot. But paying attention. All right, Dama has moved on to number 5. We have given up on number 4. All right. I guess we are not a fan of continuous passive.
We are not, no.
No. His location is being tracked using GPS technology. Right. So number 5, in the future, the government will eavesdrop on all our calls. Good, Dalma. In the future, all of our phone calls will be eavesdropped on. Fantastic. Good.
We need the preposition.
Yes, we cannot forget the preposition. Good. Last one. I think someone has wiretapped our phone line. So remember, Tony, we need to use be with will or going to for future passive. Or with a modal.
Oof.
Modals. They're no fun.
They complicate everything.
They do, especially modal perfects. Didn't realize how much we used would until I started teaching. Has wiretap. So that's present perfect. So we have present perfect in number 6.
Present perfect.
Yep. So we
Remember
need
the verb to be.
Yep, we need present perfect. Whenever I have to teach passive, none of my students are very excited. There's always a collective groan whenever we have to review passives.
Wow, they're not popular.
Nope, definitely not. And conditionals, no one's ever happy about those.
Dalma's come in with a present continuous passive.
Yes. It's correct grammatically, but remember in the sentence, the original one, we're using present perfect. Because in your sentence, we're saying that someone is in the current moment wiretapping someone, but in the original, the action is already completed. That one's hard. This one's a hard one. They always say the last one. While you guys are writing, maybe we should write out the structure for our passive.
Subject, verb to be, past participle.
Yes, without being gamma, because there is no continuous in the original sentence.
We need to use a present perfect. How do we form to be in the present perfect? So I think someone has wiretapped our phone line. Our phone line has been wiretapped by someone.
Yes. Okay, so in the chat, I wrote the structure for the more difficult, I believe, passive. So we have future passive, continuous passive. in present perfect passive. So remember, in a perfect tense, we always need to use some form of the verb to have. And since it is passive, we need to have some form of the verb to be as well. It is difficult to remember. But practice makes perfect. Right? I think so. All right. If you have any questions, write us in the chat and we will try our best to answer them. All right, I will be watching you. You're an Interpol spy. Interpol has a school under surveillance and suspects that it is a front for a criminal agency. You are a spy. Observe the people around you. What are they doing? Peter is teaching a difficult lesson. You are Peter. This is a difficult lesson.
Yeah.
Can your sentences be made passives? A difficult lesson is being taught by Peter and Paul.
Interesting.
So in the chat, tell us what you observe or observing now, maybe at home or outside your house, but put it in passive. Put it in passive. So tell us what is you are observing in your home, but tell us in passive. For example, the screen is being watched by me.
I am being spied on by a bird outside my flat.
Yeah. I am not. Not much happening. It's very hard to observe a lot inside the house.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Milan has been put on lockdown, which is a lovely present perfect passive. Milan has been put on lockdown.
Until further notice.
I did read that the UK has been put on lockdown for 6 months. It's very extreme.
Yeah, Prince Charles has coronavirus.
He does. I don't know if he's going to live. He's old.
He is 71 years old.
He's in the danger group.
He is. He's not allowed to see his mother either.
Didn't she flee to like her castle somewhere in Scotland?
Balmoral.
Yes.
Ah. Dalma with a lovely example.
Yeah, good job, Dalma. The meal is being cooked by me. Wonderful. Poor Charlie. Yes, poor Charlie.
He will have the best medical care in the world.
Yes, oh, yes, that is true. Luckily for the Queen, can you imagine? Whew, she fled a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's good. What else is happening? I'm sure Netflix is being watched by a lot of people right now in Italy, the world.
Netflix now have ultimate control.
It is. But not me today. Today, only Disney Plus.
Wow. Disney Plus has been watched by you.
Yes, Disney Plus has been watched by me. Enjoyably watched. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us during this lesson. Passives are hard. Yes, they're very hard, but practice makes perfect. Well, I hope you all stay safe and stay inside, and that you have a good week. And hopefully, we'll see you soon. Peter?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us and your lovely comments and contribution. And remember, we have webinars every hour for every level.
Yes, we did add business focuses now every day from 12 at 12 and at 7. So if you want to see business focuses, you can watch them at 12 or at 7 at Myes Business YouTube. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye, Peter.
Bye bye.